WRDN Sports. Welcome to the Panther Preview, brought to you by Advent Health of Durand. It's time to feel whole with Advent Health. To learn more, visit adventhealth.com. Now, with today's Panther Preview, here is Brian Winnekins.
From Durand High School this afternoon, it's Durand Panther girls basketball as the Lady Panthers go for the Dun St. Croix Conference Championship as they face the Colfax Vikings. This is the Advent Health Panther Preview, brought to you by Advent Health of Durand. It's time to feel whole with Advent Health. Visit their website at adventhealth.com. For the Panthers, they are 11-2 in the Dun St. Croix, in second place following the 12-1 Colfax Vikings. It's pretty simple for the Panthers. They have to win today to have a share of the Dun St. Croix Conference title. If Colfax pulls out a win today here in Durand, they will have the conference championship all to themselves. For the Panthers, they got to that 11-2 mark with that 57-26 win over Plum City Elmwood last week. And for the Vikings, they defeated Spring Valley 61-28. The last time these two teams met was on December 18th. And Colfax won that game 58-45, and you just had a feeling even back then that there was going to be a showdown here in the Dun St. Croix Conference between Colfax and Durand here on the last really regular season game of the year. A heck of a game coming up. Now for the Panthers, Leah Sabelko is the leading scorer with an 11.4 points per game. Meanwhile, Madison Barstead, she is the leading scorer for the Vikings at 13 points a game. She's also the leading rebounder as well. That is one player that the Panthers will have to keep an eye on as well here in this upcoming game this afternoon. Going to be a great game. And coming up on the Advent Health Panther Preview, we're going to talk with Durand head coach Darren Lowenhagen about the game today. Boy, if we didn't have all of the COVID-19 restrictions, it would be definitely a full house and a loud game. It probably still going to be a loud game anyway, even with some of the COVID restrictions. It's going to be like a playoff game. So we'll talk with Coach Lowenhagen about that here coming up. Coming up next on the Advent Health Panther Preview, well, the boys, they were playing last night, and a whole bunch of games on our Durand Fresh Market scoreboard. Durand Fresh Market, your hometown grocery store, will tell you who won where and who's playing where. That's coming up on the Advent Health Panther Preview, brought to you by Advent Health of Durand. It's time to feel whole with Advent Health. Visit their website at adventhealth.com. It's Durand Panther girls basketball on WRDN.
Every morning, our eyelids open up. Our muscles lift us out of bed. Our neurons fire up the daily routine, and our feet move us forward as our body performs miracle after miracle to keep us going. And the greater miracle is how we keep each other going. Our collective courage is what keeps us strong. That's why Advent Health Durand cares for the whole you, so you can keep taking care of each other. Learn about what makes you incredible at humansareincredible.com.
Welcome back to the Advent Health Panther Preview, brought to you by Advent Health of Durand. It's time to feel whole with Advent Health. Visit their website at adventhealth.com as we get ready for this afternoon's Durand Colfax girls basketball game. Let's run down scores on our Durand Fresh Market scoreboard. Durand Fresh Market, your hometown grocery store. Boys basketball from last night in a game heard on WRDN. Durand defeats Boyceville 58-26. It was Blair Taylor winning over Alma Pepin 71-37. It's the 600th win for Coach Randy Storley. The Wildcats have clinched a share of the Dairyland Conference title. That's the third in a row. They're now 17-1 on the season. Wow. Elk Mound defeats Glenwood City 54-44. Somerset over Prescott 50-49. Spring Valley defeats Elmwood Plum City 51-33. It was Baldwin Woodville over Ellsworth 66-50. Girls high school basketball from last night. Menominee over Chippewa Falls 57-36. Osseo Fairchild defeats Fall Creek 43-37. And it was Blair Taylor winning over Oliva Strum 86-46. High school basketball for today in the Dun St. Croix. Plum City Elmwood is at Glenwood City. Ellsworth is traveling to Spring Valley. Meanwhile, in the Middle Border Conference girls hoops, Spring Valley hosting Ellsworth. Prescott on the road to Baldwin Woodville. Dairyland Conference girls basketball today. Gilmanton at Birchwood, and Plum City Elmwood hosting Eau Claire Emmanuel Lutheran at Elmwood High School in boys hoops today. Meanwhile, in the Dun St. Croix, it is Durand traveling to Glenwood City, and in the Middle Border Conference in boys hoops, Prescott, they're on the road to Baldwin-Woodville. That's what's happening around the area in high school sports today on our Durand Fresh Market scoreboard. Durand Fresh Market, your hometown grocery store. On the way on the Advent Health Panther Preview, we're going to talk with Durand head coach Darren Lowenhagen about the great game we have in store this afternoon against Colfax. That's coming up on the Advent Health Panther Preview, brought to you by Advent Health of Durand. It's time to feel whole with Advent Health. Visit their website at adventhealth.com. It's Durand Panther girls basketball on WRDN.
When there's an emergency, there's no safer place to be than our ER. If you're injured or having symptoms like chest pain, shortness of breath, or severe stomach discomfort, seek emergency care immediately. At Advent Health, we're taking extra precautions to continuously sanitize our facilities, isolate COVID patients, and keep you safe. We've never been more ready. To find a location closest to you, visit adventhealther.com.
Welcome back to the Advent Health Panther Preview, brought to you by Advent Health of Durand. Time to feel whole with Advent Health as we get ready for this afternoon's Durand-Colfax girls basketball game. Joining us right now is Durand head coach Darren Lowenhagen. And Coach, well, we've arrived. It's pretty much a playoff game, at least for the conference championship today.
Yeah, absolutely, and I think that's the way you would want it to have it be the last game of the season. It matters the most for us. They get a share either way, but for us, this is the goal from the exit interviews last year with all the girls. Every single one of them wanted to get back and play for a conference championship, and we get that opportunity today.
Last time these two teams met back in December, it just seemed like the girls just kind of came out flat, for whatever you want to call it. They just didn't get the game going.
Yeah, we really didn't play well at all in any phases. We probably didn't coach our best game. We most certainly didn't play our best game. So I think both teams have changed a lot since that game. So it'd be a little bit different game today, and obviously a lot on the line.
How do you think Colfax has changed since that December game?
Well, I think they've just gotten better every game. You know, I think that early on they had a lot of girls that hadn't had any playing experience. Now they've got a full season under their belt of playing. One thing that they do a little bit differently, even though it's not a whole lot of a coaching change, with Courtney coaching versus Joe, Courtney seems to be doing a little bit more of the new approach, where she is very comfortable with her team shooting 33s in a game and hoping to make 9 or 10 of them, where that wasn't quite as much as Joe's philosophy in the past. Just watching film, they shoot a lot of threes, and everybody will shoot threes. So we have to do a good job defending that three-point line.
And how do you do that? Because if you defend that too much, that just opens up the inside, and a couple of bunnies equals 1-3.
Yeah, I mean, we kind of have a philosophy that we believe that we want to, what we call lock up out on the three-point line, make it so that way they can't. And then we obviously want to be good one-on-one so that way they can't get to the rim that way. And then our help always comes from inside. So it really shouldn't come from the wigs. It shouldn't come when we drive. It should be coming from underneath. And whenever we get kind of caught to where we reach in there and make that play trying to get that steal, we usually put ourselves out of position and then make a quick pass out for a three. So those are the things that we really fight to try not to do every single game. That's kind of a philosophy of us for any game, let alone just this one.
Talking with Durand head coach Darren Lowenhagen about the game this afternoon against Colfax. Okay, defensively, have they made any changes since that last game?
You know, they play the same thing. They play their pack line. That they are. It's kind of cool because they're almost a carbon opposite of what we do. They do exactly different things. Both philosophies work really well. They're so good at their pack line. They have all 5 of their girls stare at the ball. All 5 girls make sure that you can't penetrate in. For us, if we can get penetration in the middle, we're not usually going to get to the rim. We need to get those kickouts for threes because that's what's open against them. Like I said, we want to be much more locked up on the three-point line and not give those up. They're okay with that. They just want nothing at the rim. And as long as you do both of those with your help side rotating at the right way, they're both great philosophies. So it's kind of interesting to sit and watch their philosophy versus our philosophy.
So how do you attack that defense with their type of philosophy?
Well, what they like to do a lot of, especially when we run just our normal motion offense, they like to go underneath a lot of our screens. So we have to do a good job. Instead of coming all the way through, we have to stop when they go underneath and get that pass to them so that way they have to go through a screener. And then we got to knock down those threes. And the other thing is we got to do a good job is swing that ball so that way we get them out of position so we can still get those attacks to the rim. But most of our attacks to the rim are going to have to be from the wings. You're not going to get as much from the top of the key because that's where all their help is at.
Talking with Durand head coach Darren Lowenhagen, you mentioned swinging that ball. Does that end up that person that's out on point or those people out on point, is there the risk of they intercepting it and now they have, again, another easy bunny back the other way?
Well, not so much with them because with their philosophy of pack, they don't really want to, not that they won't get up and deny, but that's not really their thing. They prefer to just make sure that let you make the pass, and they're just always going to be in the right spot at the right time. And they're just going to make your possession as long as possible and make it really hard for you to score. Where, like I said, us, we do want to get up. We want to make it so you can't reverse it. We want to deny it. Even if we get backdoor, we want to do those things. So it's just two different philosophies.
Talking with Durand head coach Darren Lowenhagen. Health-wise, everybody good to go today?
Yes, very good. It's a good time of the season to be really healthy.
All right, well, good luck. It should be a fun game. The thing I think we're all going to miss, even though the JV game, it's still kind of loud, at least with the two teams, that playoff atmosphere inside the gym. It'll be loud, but not as loud as it could be.
Yeah, I think this will still be probably the loudest game of the year for us, as it should be.
It's going to be a fun one. We'll talk to you after the game.
Thank you.
Durand head coach Darren Lowenhagen on the way, starting lineups and tip-off. It's Durand and Colfax, and it's coming up next here on Real Country 1430 AM and 107.3 FM WRDN.
Right now, health is in every headline. But are we actually taking care of ourselves? At Advent Health, we're making sure you can safely check in with a medical professional. Schedule an appointment with your primary care provider or book a virtual visit right from your home. We're taking every safety precaution so you have easy access to care. There's never been a more important time to take care of your whole health. It's time to check in. Download the Advent Health app or visit adventhealthdurand.com.
To Durand High School, where we have Durand High School girls basketball here on Real Country 1430 AM, WRDN, Durand, Mondovi, Wabasha, and 107.3 FM, translator W297CH Durand. It's going to be a fun game this afternoon as Colfax, they've already clinched a share of the conference championship, but they want to not have a share of the championship. They want the championship for themselves, and for the Lady Panthers, they're trying to get at least a share of the conference championship. A special welcome to the men and women serving in the military listening to our broadcasts this afternoon. We would like to say a special thank you to all of you for your service. We hope tonight's broadcast brings you a taste of home wherever you may be serving. And thank you to Prime Realty of Durand and Mondovi. Visit their website at primerealtymidwest.com. Prime Realty, they are the area's #1 home seller. And Adam Super Service here, Napa Gold Car Care Center, downtown Durand. And Adam Super Service and Prime Realty, they are our streaming audio sponsors at our website at realcountry1430.com. So please thank all of our sponsors. Again, they make our broadcasts possible here on WRDN and also online at our website at realcountry1430.com. So please thank those sponsors, visit those sponsors, and tell them thank you for their support, because without them, we wouldn't be having this awesome game on today here on air and online. And we're going to go down now to the floor for our national anthem.
And place your hand over your heart as we honor our men and women of service and our nation with the playing of our national anthem.
our national anthem this afternoon as we are ready for some Saturday afternoon basketball here at Durand High School. And let's give you our starting lineups as well for this afternoon. For the Colfax Vikings, 12-1. And they are in first place and have clinched at least a share of the Dunn St. Croix Conference Championship. Coming out, senior number 10, number 10, senior Edison Olson. Number 14, senior Bailey Bradford. Number 20, senior Marissa Harmon. Number 22, junior Madison Barstead. And number 40, senior Jasmine Paulus. For the Durand Panthers, 11-2, second place in the Dunn St. Croix. Looking for a share of that conference title. Number 10, junior Madison Sand. Number 12, junior Madison Kilbotton. Number 22, senior Leah Sabelko. Number 30, junior Jocelyn Carruthers. And number 55, senior McKenna Roberts. Panthers in their white uniforms with the purple numerals. The Vikings in their red uniforms with the white numerals. The Vikings will get the ball first. They will be going from left to right. The Panthers right to left this afternoon. Thank you to the Goodrich Funeral Home, serving the Durand area for 5 generations and featuring monuments from Lifetime Memorials. Call Goodrich Funeral Home of Durand for more information. Countryside Co-op, your Senex Ruby Fieldmaster distributor. Countryside Co-op, SFB, Security Financial Bank. Where electronic banking is easy. 212 West Prospect Street, Durand, and Advent Health of Durand. Time to feel whole with Advent Health. Visit their website at adventhealth.com. All right, we are ready to go. Sit back, relax, buckle up. It's going to be a fun one this afternoon from Durand High School. And the inbound pass now is to Olson. As we are underway, Olson across the timeline now for the Vikings onto the left wing. Inside pass is going to be caught by Paulus, but she has to kick it back out now. They go back out to the top of the key, over to Barstead. Barstead's pass is going to be tipped, loose ball, still a loose ball, comes back out, and Barstead comes up with it. Over to Olson. Olson on the right wing, kicks inside now, top of the key, head fake, Paulus drives in. She's got to stop, whistle and a travel on Paulus. So it'll go back to the Panthers. Their first possession of the game. Full court press, at least to start, as Sabelko across the timeline now. She'll come down to the right wing. Works off the screen from Hurlburt. 3-ball shot in and out, no good. Rebounded by the Vikings. And across the timeline now come the Vikings quickly, whistling a foul. Foul will be on Sabelko. That'll be her first. And so inbounding it now will be Harmon. Harmon to inbound it. Looking, and finally gets it inbounded to Barstead. Barstead now on the right wing. Now comes up to the top of the key. Kicks it back out. 3-ball on the way. Shot no good. Rebounded by Hurlburt. Hurlburt falling out of bounds, but manages to get it to Sabelko. Sabelko across the timeline for the Panthers. Still no score. Over to Kilbotton. Kilbotton on the left wing. Kilbotton now. Over to Carruthers. Carruthers to Sabelko. Sabelko on the right wing. Sabelko now moves up to the top of the key. Gets cut off. Now to Hurlburt at the top of the key. Hurlburt's looking for anyone inside. No one home. Over to Sand now. Sand back to Carruthers. Carruthers now to Kilbotton on the right wing. Works off the screen. She'll drive in from the wing. Puts up the shot. No good. Loose ball. It'll be out of bounds, and it'll go back to the Vikings. Oh, they're going to call it. They're going to give it to the Panthers. I thought it was for the Vikings. You had said white. I thought it was red. Nope, they're going to give it to the Panthers. Okay, well, Sabelko to inbound it. Okay. And all the way out to Carruthers now. Panthers will get another chance at it. Panthers over to Kilbotton. Kilbotton now to Sabelko. Sabelko right wing. Sabelko now comes back up to center. Now to Kilbotton. Kilbotton on the far right wing. Now to Hurlburt. Hurlburt, top of the key, thought about the three, said, nope, better not do that. Over to Sabelko. Sabelko left wing, drives into the lane. Keeps it herself, off the glass, in and out, no good. Rebounded by the Vikings. That is Olson with the rebound. Quickly back the other way come the Vikings. Down to the wing, top of the key now. is Paulus. She head fakes the three, dishes it off inside, shot no good, gets her own rebound, shot no good. Loose ball, and Carruthers, jump ball, fighting for it. It'll go to the Panthers anyway. And so it'll be Panther ball. And inbounded now to Sabelko. Sabelko now comes across the timeline for Durand. Still no score. Loose ball. Still a loose ball. Was kicked, and the Vikings come up with it. And that is now Jasmine Best in for the Vikings. She comes down to the wing, stops. Now hands it off to Olsen. Olsen, top of the key. Long cross-court pass over to Parker. Parker into the lane. Kicks it back over to number 30. That's Schofield. Puts up the shot, and we got our first points of the night, or the afternoon, rather. Colfax leads 2-0. And across the timeline come the Panthers over to Kilbotton. Kilbotton now to Carruthers. Carruthers now to Sabelko. Sabelko on the left wing. She's going to try and drive inside. Whistling a foul. Foul will be on number 10. That is Olsen. Her first team foul. And so inbounding it now is Kilbotton. Over to Hurlbert on the left wing. Hurlbert. Bounce pass is stolen. Stolen, knocked away and by Best. And then Olsen now will bring it up court for the Vikings. Spin move at center court. Over to Parker now. Parker into the lane, has the ball knocked away. And Sabelko knocks it away. She gets the loose ball back from Carruthers, up and in. We're tied. Well, there we go. A couple of turnovers on both sides here. Lead to points. And back the other way now to Best. Quickly back the other way, the Vikings. Inside pass to Parker, puts it up, whistling a foul. Shot no good. She'll go to the line for two. Foul will be on Hurlbert. Thank you to Sundstrom and Company, your local tax experts. Call them at 672-4425. It's tax time to schedule that appointment today. Also, Shaw's Gas offering a full line of Whirlpool appliances along with installation and service at Shaw's Gas, downtown Durand. First free throw, no good. And also NTech, your premier communications and entertainment provider, Durand. Please thank all of our sponsors. They make our broadcast possible. Paige Oth now in for the Panthers. Bentley Bauer also in for Durand. Free throw on the way is good. And so it makes it a 3-2 Panther lead. Sabelko across the timeline now. Over to Oth. Oth on the left wing. She's going to drive in. Gets cut off. Splits three defenders. Oh, what a move by Paige Oth. Splitting those defenders and putting that shot up and in. Quickly back the other way come the Vikings. That's Best. Loose ball. Coming up with it is Colfax. That's Barstead. Whistle. No shot. No shot. No shot. Foul before the shot. And it'll be on Durand. Foul will be on Kilbotton. And so inbounding it is Best. Best now looking. Bounce pass inside now to Olsen. Olsen on the left wing. Inside pass to Paulus. Paulus puts it up and in. And so now 5-4 Colfax. Off across the timeline and over to Bauer now. Over to Sabelko on the right wing. Gets cut off, has to come back out to the wing. To Kilbotton. Kilbotton now to Sand. Sand back over to Kilbotton. Kilbotton left wing. Long two, no good. Loose ball coming up with it is the Vikings. And to bring it up court now will be Best. Quickly back the other way to Barstead. Barstead inside pass to Paulus. Puts it up, whistling a foul. Right now Paulus is kind of beating everybody. And so the foul is on number 44, and that is Bentley Bauer. And free throw on the way is good. And free throw on the way makes them both. And so now 7-4 Colfax. 13 remaining in the half. Kilbotton now will come across the timeline. Over to Auth. Auth in the left corner. Drives left baseline. Long cross court pass to Kilbotton. Right wing. 3-ball shot. No good. That was Bryden rather with the 3. Out of bounds. Goes back to Colfax. And so inbounded to number 4. That's Irwin. Irwin now back to Barstead. Barstead now to Best. Best will come across the timeline. Best now down to the top of the key. She'll drive inside. Puts up the shot. No good. Loose ball. Bryden comes up with it. Over to Sabelko. Sabelko now across the timeline for the Panthers. Now to Bryden. Bryden on the right wing. Comes over to the top of the key now to Auth. Auth to Kilbotton. Kilbotton on the left wing. Inside pass to Bryden. Tipped, but loose ball, and Kilbotton comes back up with it. Nearly lost it. Around the horn they go now. Now they're on the right wing, and that's Auth. Auth to Sabelko. Sabelko top of the key. Head fakes it. Now drives inside. Puts up the shot. Whistle and a foul. Foul will be on number 30, and that's going to be on Schofield. That'll be her first. Going to the line for 2 is Sabelko. Thank you to Endless Summer Fitness and Tanning with around-the-clock fitness and tanning access downtown Durand. Visit Endless Summer's Facebook page for daily, weekly, and monthly specials. That's Endless Summer Fitness and Tanning, downtown Durand. Bowers LP Gas and Appliance for all of your propane needs and installation and service. It's Bowers Gas, downtown Durand, and the Jerry Thompson Insurance Agency, hometown agents representing you, not individual insurance companies. Please thank our sponsors. They make our broadcast possible here on WRD. And first free throw was good. Next free throw on the way, no good. And rebounded by Irwin. Back over now to Best. Best across the timeline for the Vikings. Over to Paulus now. Paulus right wing. Drives inside. Blocked. Oh, they're going to call it on Bauer. Wow. Okay. That didn't look like a foul to me, but okay. And so going to the line for 2 will be Paulus. Thank you to Jerry Bear & Sons, featuring pet food and dog food from Nutrisource and Diamond. Jerry Bear & Sons, Highway 25. Next stand of the silo, Durand. Riverland Energy, your Touchstone Energy partner, and the Chen Fitz-Smith Funeral Home serving the Mondovi area. Give them a call at 926-3630 or visit them at chenfit-smithfuneralhome.com. First free throw, no good. Next free throw on the way, drops in. And now inbounded to Sabelko. Sabelko quickly across the way and tries to get over to Bauer and goes out of bounds. And it will go back to the Vikings. Some changes coming in. Kilbotton comes back in. Weiss is now in for the Panthers, and Kilbotton comes in as well, along with Madison Sand. Inbounded to Irwin. Irwin now to Best. Best loses the ball, but regains control coming across the timeline. Nearly loses it, but Schofield comes up with it, drives into the lane, spin move, shot, no good. Crashing the glass is Kilbotton. Kilbotton to Weiss. Weiss over to Kilbotton. Kilbotton back to Weiss. Weiss on the wing, inside to Hurlbert. Going to be off of Hurlbert. They're going to say it goes back to the Vikings. So coming back in, Barstead's back in. So Harmon back in for the Vikings. And to inbound it, looking, and now over to Olsen. Olsen back the other way across the timeline. Here comes the trap, but gets out of it to Harmon. Harmon now trying to be trapped, works out of it with the screen. Over to Paulus now. Paulus over to Barstead. Barstead drives in, puts up the shot, good. And inbounded to Weiss now, 10-5 Colfax. 11:05 left in the half. Sand now over to Weiss. Weiss inside to Sand. Sand driving the lane, puts it up and in. And so now inbounded to Olsen. Olsen back to Barstead. Barstead quickly across the timeline. Keeps it herself. Now stops. Now back to Olsen. Over to Bradford. Bradford now, they kick it back out to Paulus. Paulus is going to drive into the lane. Stop. Shot. Count it. No. Offensive foul. Don't count it. And so, offensive foul. And so it will go back. And inbounding it to, nearly had a 5-second call as Kilbottom was supposed to get the inbound pass, and she was talking to coach. Across the timeline now is Kilbottom. Kilbottom now over to Auth. Auth to Hurlburt. Hurlburt inside, whistling a foul. She'll go to the line for 2. Foul's going to be on Paulus. All right. Thank you to Bowerville Tire and Service, Durand and Mall Drive, Eau Claire, for all of your tire needs, rotations, and auto service. It's Bowerville Tire and Service, Prospect Street, Durand, and Mall Drive, Eau Claire. The Cottage, downtown Durand, for floral arrangements, gifts for mom, and don't forget those Valentine's Day gifts. Valentine's Day coming up next weekend. It's the Cottage, downtown Durand. First free throw is good. Next free throw on the way. No good. Rebounded though by Sand. Sand over to Weiss. Weiss now over to Kilbottom. Kilbottom back to Auth. Auth squares up. 3-ball shot. No good. Loose ball. Still a loose ball. And coming up with it is the Vikings. Across the timeline. Taking it all the way. Whistling a foul. And so a foul will be on number 20, and that's going to be on Paige Auth. Going to the line for 2 will be Olsen. 10-8 Vikings lead. First free throw on the way. Off the back of the rim, no good. Thank you to the JK Auto Body and Rod Shop. Metal fabrication, custom painting, car restoration, and collision repair and more. It's the JK Auto Body and Rod Shop, Madison Street, Durand, and the Durand Fresh Market, your hometown grocery store. Durand Fresh Market, downtown Durand. Please thank our sponsors. They make our broadcast possible here on WRDN. Next free throw is good. So a 3-point Viking lead as Sabelko comes back in for Auth. And Sabelko across the timeline to Weiss. Weiss on the right wing. Weiss bounce pass to Sabelko into the corner. Pass is out of bounds. Pass intended back inside for Hurlburt, and it goes out of bounds, and it will be Colfax ball. Carruthers comes back in now for Weiss. Full court press now by the Panthers. Bounce pass to Olsen. Olsen to Barstead. Barstead. Here comes the trap. And it's going to be saved. Saved by Olsen. Wow. Back to Barstead. Barstead now over to Olsen. Olsen over to Harmon. Harmon now to Paulus. Paulus now kicks it back over to Bradford. Bradford on the wing now. Back to the top of the key to Olsen. Olsen has to pass the ball back. Nearly lost again, but got the control again. Back to Barstead. She'll score up 3-ball. And so 14-8 Colfax over to Kilbottom. Kilbottom now back to Carruthers. Carruthers now. Long cross-court pass over to Sabelko. Sabelko now to Kilbottom. Kilbottom to Carruthers. Carruthers on the left corner. Over to Sand. Sand head fakes the 3. Comes down to the free throw line. Now back out to Kilbottom on the right wing. Kilbottom to Carruthers. Top of the key. Over to Sabelko on the left wing. Back to Kilbottom. Kilbottom head fakes the 3. Drives inside. Splits 2 defenders. No good. Goes out of bounds. And it will go back to Colfax. And so inbounding it now will be Barstead. Barstead to inbound it. Inbounds it to Olsen. Olsen now to Barstead. Pass tipped, but coming back up with it is Olsen. Whistle and a carry. And so that will be a turnover, and we'll go back to the Panthers. And so inbounded to Sabelko. There's Sabelko now across the timeline. Over to Kilbottom. Kilbottom comes down to the left wing. She's going to keep it herself. Puts up the shot, blocked by Barstead. Coming up with the loose ball As number 32 goes around Hilbert, up and in, and that is Best. She just took it coast to coast. Timeout Durand. 16-8, Colfax leads, 8 minutes remaining in the first half. And thank you to Numbers Are Us, Common Sense Bookkeeping and more. Your certified QuickBooks Pro advisor and daily money manager. Call Numbers Are Us at 672-8093 or visit them online at numbersareus.com, or you can also visit them on Facebook. Durand Smokehouse, Highway 85 Durand, the hog sale going on now through March 31st. Durand Smokehouse, Highway 85 Durand. Riverside Grill, Wisconsin country restaurant serving a real taste of Wisconsin. Oh, don't forget, they got the prime rib special tonight on this Saturday night. Along with other specials, too, at Riverside Grill, downtown Durand. 24/7 in West Wisconsin Telecom, building smart fiber optic communities from the ground up. To find out more, visit wwt.coop. Thank you to all of our sponsors. They're the ones that make our broadcasts possible. Please thank all of our sponsors. Without their support, we wouldn't be having today's game, so please thank them for supporting our broadcasts. Inbounded to Sibelco, Panthers down by 8. Sibelco across the timeline now, over to Carruthers. Carruthers on the right wing. Carruthers now over to Kilbotton in the right corner. Back to Carruthers. Carruthers now to Sibelco. Sibelco over to Sand on the left wing. Long cross court pass to Kilbotton. She fakes the three on the right wing. Back over to Sand. Sand now over to Carruthers. Carruthers head fakes it. Inside to Hurlbert. It's going to be off of Hurlbert. Goes back to Colfax. And so Barstead to inbound it. Loose ball stolen by Sand. Sand now back over to Carruthers. Carruthers now over to Sibelco. Sibelco now on the right wing. She's in trouble. Long cross-court pass over to Sand now. Sand back to Sibelco. Sibelco on the right wing. Long cross-court pass to Kilbotton. Kilbotton head fakes the three. Tries to drive inside. Back to Sibelco. Sibelco head fakes the three. Does a spin move. Drives into the lane. Whistling a foul. She'll go to the line for two. Foul will be on Best. Going to the line for two is Leah Sibelco. Thank you to the O'Galley Cheese Factory, and now available from O'Galley Cheese Factory. Ooh, the homemade squeaky fresh cheese curds from O'Galley Cheese Factory downtown Durand. First free throw, no good. Also, Martin Transport in Mondovi celebrating their 75th anniversary this year. Visit martin.com for the latest job opportunities. It's better in blue at Martin Transport. Free throw on the way is good. So Sibelco makes the second one. And now here comes the bomb. All the way down, Olsen. She lays it up, lays it, no good. And back the other way to Sibelco. Sibelco loses control. Timeout. No whistle and a jump. And it'll be a jump ball, and it'll go back to the Vikings. And so now, inbounding it will be Barstead. Barstead quickly back the other way to Olsen. Stolen, tipped away by Sibelco. Pass intercepted. Intercepted by Best. Back the other way, long two, shot short, out of bounds, going back to the Panthers. And so inbounded to Sibelco. 16-9, Colfax leads, 6:38 remaining. And across the timeline now, over to Weisenbeck, who's in. Weisenbeck travels. Bryden comes in now for Weisenbeck. And waiting and inbounded now to whistling a foul on Sand. And we'll go to the line for the 1-and-1. As going to the line will be Best. First free throw on the way is good. 8-point lead once again for Colfax. And free throw on the way is good, so she makes them both. So making a 9-point lead now. Bounce pass to Brydung. Brydung back to Kilbottom. And Kilbottom back the other way. Keeps it herself over to Brydung. Brydung now over to Sabelka, or to Off in the left corner. Off tries to drive left baseline, can't do it. Now to Hurlbert. Hurlbert top of the key. Back to Kilbottom. Kilbottom to Brydung. Brydung to Kilbottom. Kilbottom scores up top of the key. 3-ball! Madison Kilbottom with a long three. And so now full court press, whistle and a foul on Sand. And so back the other way for the 1-and-1 after the foul. First free throw on the way is good. Thank you to the Goodrich Funeral Home, serving the Durand area for 5 generations. Find out about pre-planning funeral services online at goodrichfh.com. Countryside Co-op, find out about the Cenex Total Protection Plan warranty for your farm equipment today from Countryside Co-op. Next free throw on the way by Best, no good. Rebounded by Hurlbert. And over to Kilbottom now. Kilbottom back to Sand. She can't hang on to it. It goes out of bounds. Back to the Vikings. And Sabelko to come back in for Sand. And inbounded now to Best. Best here across the timeline. As they get it over now to Schofield. Thought about the 3 double dribble from the corner. She tried to move up, and it'll go back to the Panthers. And so inbounded now to Sabelko. Sabelko will bring it up court. And across the timeline. Loses the ball. Loose ball. Knocked out of bounds. And so it will go to the Panthers, knocked out of bounds, and Kilbottom to inbound it to Sabelko. Here comes the trap. She gets down over into the corner. Now back over to Sabelko, to Kilbottom, or to Sabelko now. Sabelko, top of the key. Gets trapped. Turns around, jumper. Shot no good. And it's going to be rebounded by the Vikings. Quickly back the other way, Barstad. Barstad kicks it back out. 3-ball, shot no good. Rebounded by Kilbottom. Kilbottom to Sabelko. Sabelko now will come across the timeline. And over to Kilbottom now. Kilbottom, top of the key, scores up. 3-ball, shot no good, in and out. Rebounded, loose ball, whistle and a foul. Foul will be on Colfax. Foul on number 30, and that's going to be on Schofield. So Sabelko to inbound it to our left. Coming up, our Jerry Thompson Insurance Agency and SFB Security Financial Bank halftime show. Some NASCAR news, ABC news as well. Over to Brydung now. Brydung on the right wing. Brydung over to Kilbottom. Kilbottom now comes down to the 3-point line. Over to Sabelko. She'll line up. 3-ball. Shot no good. Short. Rebounded by Brydung. Brydung whistling a foul. Foul on number 32. Best. And now to the line for the 1-and-1. Both teams in the bonus will be Brydung. 19-12. Colfax leads. 4:34 remaining in the first half. First free throw on the way. No good. Oh, no, she gets the shooter's roll. Looked like it was going to come right off the back of the rim. And next free throw on the way by Brydung. Just kind of walks up and throws it. Loose ball, whistling a foul on Off. So we'll go to the other side now and shoot free throws. And that'll be Jillian Bowe to do that. Thank you to Active Health of Durand. Advent Health of Durand. Find time to feel whole with Advent Health. Visit adventhealth.com for more information. First free throw good. Second free throw on the way is good. Mix them both. Inbounded to Sabelko. 21-13 now. Colfax. 4:27 remaining in the half. Across the timeline. Bounce pass over to Kilbotten. Kilbotten at the top of the key. Kilbotten now over to Sabelko. Sabelko inside to Hurlburt. Hurlburt up and in. So Hurlburt manages to get the easy bunny from the pass from Sabelko. Barstead now. Here comes the trap at center court. Inside pass to Paulus. Puts it up. Shot no good. Loose ball. Loose ball. Still loose ball. And coming up with it is the Panthers. They saved it. And now Sabelko will bring it up across the timeline. Across the timeline now is Sabelko. Sabelko now over to the top of the key. Works off the screen. Thought about the three. Hurlburt now over to Oth. Oth drives in left baseline. Does not get the shooter's roll. Loose ball. It's going to be off of, I think, Brydon. Nope, they're going to call a foul. Foul will be on Oth, her third. Double bonus the rest of the way for the Vikings. First free throw on the way, no good. Thank you to Sundstrom & Company, our local tax experts. Call them now for tax planning. It is tax time. 672-4425 to schedule that appointment today. And next free throw on the way is short, no good. Rebounded by Hurlburt. Hurlburt now over to Kilbotten. Kilbotten back to Sabelko. Sabelko across the timeline. Over to Kilbotten now. Kilbotten left wing, works off the screen, comes down to the free throw line. She's in trouble. Get it over to Sabelko now on the left wing. Inside to Hurlburt. Back out to Kilbotten. Three ball, top of the key, shot no good. And rebounded by Paulus. Paulus now back to Olsen. Olsen across the timeline. Timeout, Colfax. 21-15, Panthers are still behind. Colfax leading. 3:08 left here in the first half. Thank you to Shaw's LP Gas and Appliance, your answer for clean, cost-effective propane for your home energy needs. Shaw's Gas, downtown Durand. Prime Realty of Durand and Mondovi. Visit their website at primerealitymidwest.com. Prime Realty, they are the area's #1 home seller. Adams Super Service, your Napa Gold Car Care Center, downtown Durand, offering loaner vehicles while they fix your vehicle. Adams Super Service, Durand. N-Tech, your premier communications and entertainment provider, Durand. And Endless Summer Fitness and Tanning with around-the-clock fitness and tanning access, Durand. Visit Endless Summer's Facebook page for daily, weekly, and monthly specials from Endless Summer Tanning and Fitness, downtown Durand. Please thank all of our sponsors. They make our broadcast possible here on WRDN. Without the support of these businesses and organizations, wouldn't be able to watch today's game or listen to today's game. So please give them a call, visit their businesses, send them an email, tell them thank you for supporting our broadcasts. If you have a business or organization and would like to be a part of our broadcasts, hey, we'd love to have you aboard. Give us a call at WRDN at 672-8989. And so Colfax will have it after the timeout. Inbounded to Olsen. Olsen across the timeline, nearly stolen by Sabelko. Nearly stolen again, excuse me. And a wounded duck put up, and Hurlburt comes up with the loose ball. Back to Sabelko. And Sabelko now over to Kilbotten. Kilbotten now to Brydon. Brydon against Hurlburt. Hurlburt up and in. And here comes the full court. Quickly over to Harmon. Harmon now back to Olsen. 21-17 now, Colfax. Back the other way onto the left wing. Out to Harmon now. To Barstead. Barstead, top of the key. Tries to drive inside. It gets cut off. Trying to set up the three again. Over to Irwin. On the left wing. Now to Barstead. Barstead looking for some help. Has to kick it back out to Harmon. Inside pass now to Olsen. Olsen, loose ball. Coming up with it, though, is Harmon. Harmon now over to Irwin. Irwin back inside to Barstead. Puts up the shot. Wow, what a shot by Barstead. In traffic, she manages to make that drop. And across the timeline now is Sabelko. Sabelko over to Brydon. Brydon now back to Hurlburt. Hurlburt to Sabelko. Sabelko drives inside. Loose ball, but coming up with it is Kilbotten. Kilbotten puts up the shot, no good. And Colfax comes up with it. Across the timeline now. And inside now, bounce pass over to Irwin. Irwin back inside to Olsen. Olsen over to Bart, to number 22, and that's Barstead. And it's back up to an 8-point lead. Minute 22 remaining. 25-17, Colfax. Over to Kilbottom. Kilbottom now. Back over to Sabelko. Sabelko on the right wing. Back over to Kilbottom. Kilbottom head fakes the three, drives inside, splits two defenders, whistle and a foul. And foul will be on number 4, Irwin. And going to the line now is Kilbottom for 2. Thank you to Bauer's LP Gas and Appliance, featuring Frigidaire and Maytag appliances, along with installation and service. Downtown Durand, first free throw, no good. Jerry Thompson Insurance Agency, hometown agents representing you, not individual insurance companies. Next free throw on the way now by Kilbottom. No good, off the back of the rim, rebounded by Irwin. And so now back to Olsen. Olsen across the timeline, does a spin move. And ball knocked away by Sabelko, and now goes out of bounds. Lee are going to come out, and as Weisenbeck comes in, Bryden comes out. Nope, Sabelko will stay in. Looked like she was hurt, but inbounding it now will be Harmon. Harmon looking, and gets it inbounded now to Barstead. Barstead back to Olsen. Olsen now comes down to the wing. Inside pass to Paulus. Kicks it back out now. High, low. 3-ball shot, no good. Loose ball. Coming up with it is Sabelko. Sabelko back the other way. Sabelko over to Kilbottom. Kilbottom now. Back over to Weisenbeck on the right wing. Now to Weiss on the right wing. Over to Sabelko. Sabelko, long cross-court pass to Kilbottom. 20 seconds remaining to Weisenbeck in the right and the left corner. Back over to Kilbottom. Loose ball. And it's going to be saved, but Colfax comes up with it. 10 seconds remaining. They can go for the last shot. Barstead, 3-ball shot, no good. Rebounded by Hurlbert. Hurlbert, 2-1, long shot, no good. And we're at halftime with Colfax leading 25-17. Our Jerry Thompson Insurance Agency and SFB Security Financial Bank halftime show coming up. It's Durand Panther girls basketball on WRDN.
You're never too old to learn something new. The Durand, Arkansas School District is now offering community education classes this winter. Classes are held via Zoom from the comfort of your home. Easy to schedule, inexpensive, and not a long commitment. There are classes in art, technology, health and wellness, baking, and more. To find out more, visit the Durand, Arkansas website and click on the Community Connections tab or pick up a booklet at the Durand Public Library. Join your friends and neighbors and learn something new by taking a community education class with the Durand, Arkansas School District.
Time for the Security Financial Bank and the Jerry Thompson Insurance Halftime Show. Brought to you by Security Financial Bank. Secure your future at Security Financial Bank, Durand, Eau Claire, and River Falls. And the Jerry Thompson Insurance Agency of Durand.
Getting the kids to practice on time. Remembering if it's your day to bring snacks. Making it to the game with a clean jersey. Why are simple things sometimes so complicated? Thankfully, with auto owners, insurance doesn't have to be one of them. Auto Owners works with independent agents who answer when you call, so you can worry about more important things, like whether your kid is going to run toward first or third base. That's simple human sense.
Your hometown auto owners insurance agents working for you. The Jerry Thompson Insurance Agency, downtown Durand.
With classes starting again, now is a perfect time to show your school spirit with the new Panther mascot debit card from Security Financial Bank. SFB's Panther debit card is free with each new checking account, and SFB will donate $10 to Durand High School for each new card printed this school year. Now that's something to cheer about. Stop in the SFB office in Durand or call 888-254-0615 to make an appointment today. Go Panthers! Security Financial Bank, member FDIC.
ABC News, I'm Yuni Han. Some 22,000 fans will attend the Super Bowl in Tampa, Florida. and masks will be mandatory as the Kansas City Chiefs face off against the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. But health officials are concerned about gatherings elsewhere in the U.S. ABC's Christine Sloan has more.
This Super Bowl Sunday, health experts warning about parties becoming potential super spreaders, urging people to celebrate with those in their household. In Los Angeles, restaurants will turn their screens off.
Meanwhile, Britt Reed, outside linebacker coach for the Kansas City Chiefs, reportedly injured in a car crash last week. According to a statement from a Kansas City police officer, Reed said he had 2 to 3 drinks and took the prescription Adderall. And COVID cases, deaths, and hospital admissions may be dropping, but Vice President Kamala Harris and Treasury Secretary Janet Yellen addressing some of the hardest hit communities, meeting with Black Chambers of Commerce on Friday and promising more relief money and vaccines. This is ABC News. One California region will pay tourists to visit. Santa Maria, which sits on the Central Coast, will pay $100 for those who book a 2-night stay, hoping to attract visitors back to its strawberries, beaches, and wine. And Hong Kong, unveiling controversial guidelines for schools about its new national security laws.
An animated video released this week as part of an education overhaul features a talking owl discussing topics like subversion, foreign influence, and terrorism.
Let's learn about national security.
Driven by the Chinese central government's response to the month-long protests that crippled the city in 2019, the new guidelines teach elementary school kids as young as 6 about the role of the People's Liberation Army and the importance of government agencies. The message to children is that when it comes to national security, there's no room for debate or compromise.
Be a law-abiding and responsible citizen.
Todd Ent, ABC News.
Beijing says the rules will provide stability, while critics say the laws restrict freedom of speech. Yuni Han, ABC News.
Mr. Clean, Mr. Clean, Mr. Clean.
Most people know that Mr. Clean Magic Eraser removes crayon and scuff marks from walls, but did you know it even cleans tough kitchen and bathroom messes that are sometimes tough to tackle? Just wet, squeeze, and erase gray soap scum on your bathtub. Erase cloudy hard water spots in your shower. Erase burnt-on stovetop messes. So for all your tough kitchen and bathroom messes, try Mr. Clean Magic Eraser.
Mr. Clean, Mr. Clean, Mr. Clean.
Tired of lying awake, tossing and turning, just hoping for a few hours of sleep? Get the sleep you crave with the one-of-a-kind Tempur-Pedic. Only Tempur-Pedic uses proprietary Tempur material that continuously adapts and responds to your body to relieve pressure, so you get deep, uninterrupted sleep. All night, every night. Now's a perfect time to renew your sleep with the one-of-a-kind comfort of Tempur-Pedic and save up to $500 on adjustable mattress sets. Learn more at TempurPedic.com.
Folding a fitted sheet, programming the thermostat, matching your socks. Why are simple things sometimes so complicated? Thankfully, with an auto owner's insurance independent agent, getting the right coverage for your home doesn't have to be one of them. So you can get back to more important things, like finding that missing sock. That's simple human sense.
Your hometown auto owner's insurance agents working for you. The Jerry Thompson Insurance Agency, downtown Durand.
With classes starting again, now is a perfect time to show your school spirit with the new Panther mascot debit card from Security Financial Bank. SFB's Panther debit card is free with each new checking account. And SFB will donate $10 to Durand High School for each new card printed this school year. Now that's something to cheer about. Stop in the SFB office in Durand or call 888-254-0615 to make an appointment today. Go Panthers! Security Financial Bank, member FDIC.
Getting ready to race by racing.
Built a brand new car, had some issues with it, and didn't make the first corner, first lap, and I tore it up.
I'm Woody Kane. The story next on NASCAR Today.
If I learned one thing from this great game of baseball, it's that she'll humble you. You think you've got it figured out, you check the standings, and you're in last place again. I'm Eric Rubino, Fantasy Baseball GM, and I can put my team in position to win every single time, but I can't play the games, people. At least Progressive's Name Your Price tool has options based on my budget. It never lets me down, unlike my pitching staff. Amateurs!
Get options based on your budget with Progressive, even if you're not a legend in your own mind. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates. Price and coverage match limited by state law.
Check out MRN.com for a podcast series called The Tough Trucks of NASCAR. 25 years and still trucking. We'll take you back to some great races.
Skinner wins it by 2/100ths of a second.
Some wild moments.
Kyle Busch, he's top shelf digging up top. Bodine spins it.
We just bumped heads, and one of those things. It ended up being a rivalry.
And the stories that go with them.
Ron Hornaday Jr. truly is a character.
Download the shows free on iTunes and at MRN.com.
A week from today, the Camping World Truck Series opens its season at Daytona, but there are also dirt track races at Bristol and Knoxville on the schedule this year, replacing Eldora Speedway. Three-time truck champ Matt Crafton didn't like dirt racing at first, but has embraced it now and is racing at Volusia Speedway in Florida this week while trying to convince teammate Johnny Sauter to give it a try.
It's very tough down here. Yesterday there was 100 cars in the field, and I think they take 30. I love dirt racing, and it just became such a passion. I did it in 2013 whenever we first went to Eldora, and then I got addicted to it. And maybe we can get Johnny to come over and drive my dirt car some. Maybe he'll become a dirt guy eventually.
Crafton and Sauter are back with Thor Sport Racing this year as the team switches to Toyota Tundras for 2021. I'm Woody Kane. This is NASCAR Today on the Motor Racing Network.
You know, our lives are busy, and at times it's hard to seize an opportunity, especially one that's good for us. Eating fresh fruits and vegetables from Durand Fresh Market is simple and good for your health. Strapped for time, Durand Fresh Market has all the ingredients for a healthy meal for your family that can be prepared in under 10 minutes. Today and every day, Durand Fresh Market is filled with hundreds of healthy options, including locally grown items. Hometown proud, Durand Fresh Market, downtown Durand.
Still using bias tires? Here's your chance to upgrade to Radial. This spring, Firestone Ag is making it easy with Farm Hard Rewards. Just head to your local certified Firestone Ag tire dealer between now and April 30th. Get discounts as big as $200 per tire when you buy 2 or more eligible Firestone Radial tires. This deal doesn't last long, so visit Bowerbilt Tire and Service to take advantage of Farm Hard Rewards soon. Terms, conditions, and limitations apply. For full details, visit FirestoneAg.com or contact Bowerbilt on Mall Drive in Eau Claire and in Durand to learn more.
To Durand High School halftime, 25-17, Colfax leads. On our Durand Fresh Market scoreboard, we have from the Glenwood City Durand boys game. It was 38-12. Durand was leading that game up in Glenwood City. So that's what we have right now on our Durand Fresh Market scoreboard. Also from the JV game, it was Colfax winning that game 52-31. All right, so we're ready for the second half. And thank you to Jerry Bear and Sons with custom-made feed for livestock from Hubbard Feeds, located by Annabeth Silo, Highway 25 Durand. Riverland Energy, your Touchstone Energy Cooperative. The Chentfit Smith Funeral Home. Find out about pre-planning funeral services by calling Chentfit Smith Funeral Home on Mondovi at 926-3630 or visit them at chentfit-smithfuneralhome.com. Bowerbilt Tire and Service. Let Bowerbilt Tire and Service take care of all of your automotive needs. Call them for an appointment at 672-8300. You can also visit them online at bowerbilt.com. Please thank all of our sponsors. They make our broadcasts possible here on WRGN. All right. We are ready to go. The teams will switch sides. Panthers will be going from right to or from left to right. Colfax right to left. And Panthers will get the ball to start. And so Carruthers will inbound it to Sibelko here to start it off. And second half is underway. Sibelko across the timeline now, over to Carruthers. Carruthers now over to Sand. Sand over to Sibelko in the left corner, comes up to the left wing. She'll drive inside, kicks it back out to Sand. Sand now inside to Hurlbert, knocked away. Loose ball, and Colfax comes up with it. And across the timeline is number 10, runs Sibelko over with her forearm. Should have been called for an offensive foul, but wasn't. And now a shot put up, no good. And back the other way now is Kilbottom. Kilbottom now over to Sand. Sand now to Sibelko. Long cross-court pass to Kilbottom on the left wing. Back over to Sand. 3-ball shot, no good. Rebounded by the Vikings. That's Barstead with the rebound. And across the timeline now comes Olsen. Over to Harmon. Harmon inside pass now. They kick it out high-low from the corner. Olsen, 3-ball shot, no good. Rebounded by Carruthers. This is kind of how the first half started. Neither team could get a shot to fall. Across the timeline now to Carruthers. Carruthers on the right wing. Carruthers squares up. 3-ball. Shot no good. Rebounded by the Vikings, and that is Paulus. Across the timeline now is Olsen. Olsen now down to the right wing to Harmon. Harmon comes back over to the top of the key, back to Paulus now. Paulus on the left wing inside to Barstead. Barstead into the lane, puts up the shot. Nice hook shot, no good. Rebounded by Kilbottom. Kilbottom over to Sibelko. Quickly back the other way to Sand. Sand on the left wing, inside to Hurlburt. Hurlburt's shot blocked by Barstead and saved by Barstead. Across the timeline now comes Olsen. Olsen to Barstead. Barstead now over to Paulus. Paulus head fakes the 3 at the top of the key. Over to Barstead now. Barstead inside pass to Olsen. Goes out of bounds. She can't hang on. Back to the Panthers. 25-17. Colfax still leads. 15:50 remaining in the half. Or in the game, rather. Now over to Sibelko. Sibelko across the timeline. Sibelko now over to Sand. Sand on the right wing. Sand now to Sibelko, top of the key. 3-ball shot off the back of the rim, no good. Rebounded by the Vikings. Back and forth the two teams go. Still no score here in this second half from the halftime. Still 25-17 Colfax. Back over to Barstead. Barstead now top of the key, fakes right, goes left. Kicks it back out now to Paulus. 3-ball on the way. Shot short, no good. Rebounded by Kilbottom. Kilbottom to Sibelko. And Sibelko across the timeline. Both teams trying to figure out after the adjustments. As loose ball, whistling a foul. And Kilbottom's hurt. Well, she'll get up. She's going to come out. Bentley Bauer comes in now. So Olsen now to inbound it for the Vikings. Inbounded now to Best. Best across the timeline. Best now over to Schofield. Schofield left wing, spins inside into the lane. Nice bounce pass inside. Shot blocked by Bauer. What a block by Bentley Bauer. As she managed to save it as well. Now to Bauer on the wing. Head fakes now over to Sand. Sand from the corner out to Oth. Oth to Sibelko. Head fakes the 3 from the left wing. Back to Bauer. Bauer on the right wing. Goes around one defender. Puts up a shot. Way short. No good. Loose ball. Still a loose ball. Whistling a foul. Oh, they're going to call a jump. Really? Wow. Interesting call there. Okay. And so it'll go to Colfax on the jump. And so Barstead to inbound it. Inbounds it to Bow. We'll check that. That's Best, rather. And a long pass wide open. Paulus crashing the glass. Good. Up and in. Oh, that was way too easy. She got behind everybody. And inbounded now to Sibelko. Sibelko now across the timeline to Bauer. Bauer now on the wing. Over to Sibelko on the right wing. Inside to Hurlburt, whistling a foul. Foul will be on Barstead. Yep, that's who it'll be on. Okay. And so inbounding it will be Sibelko to our right. And Sibelko looking, and intercepted. And back the other way. And a shot put up by Schofield. Shot no good. Loose ball, still a loose ball. Sand comes up with it. Timeout. Timeout Durand. And so Panthers take a timeout with 13:51 remaining, 27-17 Colfax. And thank you to the Cottage from Floral Arrangements to Gifts for Mom. Don't forget about Valentine's Day next weekend. A lot of specials at the Cottage, downtown Durand. The JK Auto Body and Rod Shop with metal fabrication, custom painting, car restoration, and collision repair. Call the JK Auto Body and Rod Shop, Madison Street, Durand. At Durand Fresh Market, your hometown grocery store, is Durand Fresh Market. Please thank all of our high school sports sponsors. They make our broadcast possible here on WRDN. Reminder, Speed Week's coming up next week as we get ready for the Great American Race. The Daytona 500 will have coverage of both the Xfinity Series and the NASCAR Cup Series once again here on WRDN. all season long. And so Sand to inbound it. Looking over to Sabelko. Sabelko quickly back the other way. Here comes the trap. She dribbles right through it. Over to Oth now. Oth back to Sabelko. Sabelko to center, at the center court. Sabelko now tries to work off the double screen. Back to Hurlbert. Hurlbert now to Oth. Oth bounce pass inside to Bauer. Back out to Sabelko. Sabelko from the wing. Drives inside. Puts up the tough shot. Overlays it. No good. Rebounded by the Vikings. And across the timeline now comes to Barstead. Barstead, top of the key. Barstead looking for someone inside. Finds Olsen. Olsen puts up the shot. Blocked again by Bauer, but loose ball by Paulus. Paulus picks it up and in. 29-17 now. 4-0 run to start for the Vikings. Inside to Bauer, intercepted. Bauer, though, intercepts it back. And now a loose ball, whistling a foul. And so the foul will be on number 32, Best. That'll be her third. And Bauer to inbound it. Bauer looking and gets it out to Kilbottom. Kilbottom hands it off to Bauer. Bauer now over to Sabelko. Sabelko on the right wing. Sabelko now over to Kilbottom. Kilbottom now to Bauer. Bauer on the left wing. Back over to Sabelko. Sabelko squares up. 3-ball way off. Shot no good. Edge, but coming in with it is Oth. Oth puts up a shot no good. Off of Colfax, number 30, Schofield. So it'll stay a Panther ball. Bauer to inbound it. And bounce pass inside, stolen. Intercepted on the pass. Back the other way. Whistling and out of bounds. Goes back to Durand. So a couple of unforced turnovers here by both these teams here. And inbounded to Sabelko. Sabelko now over to Sand. Sand on the right wing to Bauer at center. Bauer now back to Sand. Sand over to Oth. Oth in the right corner. Now to Sabelko at the top of the key. Head fakes the three. Back over to Oth. Oth on the right wing. Back over to Bauer. Bauer now to Kilbottom. Kilbottom over to Sand on the left wing. Long cross-court pass to Oth. Oth tries to drive inside. Spin move. Kicks it back to Bauer. Bauer into the lane. Has it stolen. And back the other way now. Comes Schofield. Kicks it back out to Irwin. Offensive foul. Foul will be on number 32. That is going to be on Best. And so now, and so inbounded now to Sabelko. Sabelko across the timeline, 29-17, Colfax. 11:35 left in the game. Over to Kilbottom. Kilbottom double team, turnaround shot, no good. It's gone cold for the Panthers. Irwin back the other way now. Irwin to the right wing. Hands it off to Barstead. Barstead to the top of the key now. Back over to Harmon. Harmon over to Schofield. Schofield at the in the lane. Now a shot, no good on the 3-ball. And Paulus shot good. The bunnies are falling in for the Vikings, and they're not for the Panthers. It's simple as that, 31-17. Panthers still haven't scored yet here in this half. Over to Sabelko, long 3-ball. Wow, way long, no good. And rebounded by the Vikings. And back the other way come the Vikings. That's Barstead now. Barstead comes to the top of the key. Into the lane, kicks it out to the wing, on the left wing. And driving inside is number 30, and a shot no good, rebounded by Brydom. Quickly back the other way now, over to Kilbottom. Kilbottom on the right wing, now to Brydom. Brydom top of the key, over to Sand on the left wing. Now to Sabelko. Sabelko right wing, spin move into the lane. Ball knocked out of bounds on the pass inside, and so it will stay Panther ball. Sand comes out, and Kilbotton comes out as Weiss and Wilbert come in. Over to Weiss now. Weiss now back to Sabelko. Sabelko over to Kilbotton. Kilbotton now to Bryden. He fakes the three, back to Sabelko. Sabelko now. Over to Kilbotton. Kilbotton inside. Nope. Over to Weiss now. Weiss inside to Hurlbert. Hurlbert gets the ball, puts up the shot. No good. Back the other way come the Vikings quickly. Inside pass to Paulus. Puts it on the ground, puts it up and in. Well, Colfax pulling away here as they have gone on an 8-0 run to start this this second half. And they are now really have a pretty good commanding lead here going here in this second half. And so again, Colfax leading 33-17 with 9:44 remaining here in the game. And thank you to Numbers R Us, Common Sense Bookkeeping, along with the Daily Money Management and more. They're a certified QuickBooks Pro advisor. Call 672-8093 or visit them online, numbersrus.com, or visit them on Facebook. Durand Smokehouse, Highway 85 Durand. It's their hog sale going on right now at Durand Smokehouse. Visit them, Highway 85 Durand. So, Panthers to get the ball. This is kind of how the JV game had started as well. With the second half, Colfax had gone on a run, and the Panthers just couldn't recover after that. And so Sabelko across the timeline now, over to Bryden. Bryden now to Kilbotton. Kilbotton to Sabelko. Sabelko to Weiss now on the left wing. Weiss now over to Sabelko at the top of the key. Over to Kilbotton, back to Bryden, to Kilbotton on the right wing. Over to Bryden at the top of the key to Sabelko now. Sabelko looking for a cutter, no one there. Over to Weiss. Weiss will square up left wing. Three ball! Oh, what an important three by Addison Weiss. Just to break the run here. And so Olsen now. Olsen to Irwin. Maybe this will be the spark the Panthers need. Intercepted by Sabelko. She falls. Weiss picks it up. Keeps it herself. Whistle and a foul. Going to the line for two is Weiss. Foul will be on Irwin. Well, we'll see if this is a spark here for the Panthers. Thank you to Riverside Grill, Wisconsin country restaurant serving a real taste of Wisconsin. Yep, they got all the steak specials on this Saturday night. First free throw, good. Also 24/7 and West Wisconsin Telecom, building a smart fiber optic community from the ground up. Find out more, visit www.coop. First free throw is good. And free throw on the way, no good. Rebounded by Kilbotton. Kilbotton puts it up, shot no good, loose ball. Kilbotton comes back up with it, puts up another shot, whistle and a foul. Foul's on number 4. And that'll be her third. And so going to the line is Sabelko. Or check that, Kilbotton rather. And first free throw gets the shooter's roll. So Kilbotton now makes the first one. Again, maybe that three by Addison Weiss can cause a little spark here for the Panthers. And next free throw was good. Kilbotton makes them both. It's a 10-point Colfax lead now, so they've whittled it down. And quickly back the other way now comes Barstead. Here comes the trap. Long cross-court pass to Olsen. Olsen into the lane, drives up, puts up the shot, whistle and a foul. Foul will be on number 22, Leah Sabelko. And first free throw on the way is good. And at the line is Olsen, by the way. Next free throw, no good. Rebounded by Bryden. Over to Sabelko now. Sabelko across the timeline to Weiss. Weiss to Sabelko. Over to Bryden. Bryden back to Sabelko in the right corner. Sabelko now comes up to the right wing. Back to Kilbottom. Kilbottom now over to Bryden. Bryden left wing. 3-ball shot, no good. Rebounded by Hurlburt. Intercepted on the pass, though. Trying to work it back out. She had to try and save it, otherwise she'd have been out of bounds. Offensive foul on number 10, Addison Olson. And so now, and as you can hear in the background, I have a fan from Colfax that's not happy with that last call. I apologize for that. As over to Kilbottom. Now Kilbottom over to Bryden. Bryden over to Sabelko. Sabelko now inside to Hurlburt. Hurlburt puts it on the ground, puts up the tough shot, does not get the shooter's roll, gets her own rebound, up and in. And so inbounded now to Olson. Olson now over to Barstead. Barstead quickly across the timeline for the Vikings. Bounce pass now to Paulus. Paulus back over to Harmon. Harmon over to Olson. Olson at center. Olson now back to Barstead. And Barstead now waiting for a cutter. No one there. Heads it off to Schofield. Schofield back to Olson. Olson does a spin move. Now over to Schofield. Schofield will drive inside. Puts up the shot. Whistle and a foul. Foul, I think, is on Weiss. Nope, they're going to call that one on Hurlburt. And so going to the line for 2 will be Schofield. And so now, we have a, gotta wait for a little bit of timeout. Got to get that shoe tied. Over to, let's thank you to our high school sports sponsors, including O'Galley Cheese Factory, featuring homemade pizza. Visit O'Galley Cheese Factory, Highway 25, Durand. And Martin Transport of Mondovi, celebrating their 75th anniversary. Visit martin.com for the latest job opportunities. It's better in blue at Martin Transport. Next free throw on the way is no good. And loose ball. It's going to be off of Sand, so it will stay Colfax ball. So Colfax to inbound it. Knocked away by Bentley Bauer, and she steals it. Over to Sand. Sand to Sabelko. Sabelko back over to Kilbottom. Kilbottom on the right wing to Bentley Bauer, top of the key. Now kicks it over to Kilbottom. Kilbottom on the right wing, back to Sabelko. Sabelko over to Carruthers. Carruthers now to Sand. Sand in the left corner, comes up to the left wing, over to Kilbottom. Kilbottom now to, or Sabelko to Kilbottom. Kilbottom now on the right wing. Over to Sand. Sand now to Carruthers. Carruthers to Bauer in the right corner. Inside pass to Sand. Sand back to Bauer. Bauer, 3-ball shot, no good. Rebounded by the Vikings. Olsen now will bring it back up court. And across the timeline, bounce pass over to Barstead. Barstead now inside. Can't hang on to it is number 30, Schofield. It'll go back to Durand. 6:13 left in the game, 34-25. Colfax inbounded to Sabelko. Colfax across the timeline. Over to Sabelko, or to Kilbottom rather. Kilbottom drives inside, stop shot, does not get the shooter's roll. Gets her own rebound though. Puts up another shot, no good, blocked, and a whistle and a foul. Foul will be on number 12. That's going to be on Kilbottom. And so that is her third. So Colfax to inbound it. Full court Panther press. Inbounded now to Best. Best now. Pass tipped, but coming up with it is Schofield. Schofield back the other way. Drives inside, puts up the shot and in. Inbounded to Sabelko. Sabelko now to Carruthers. Carruthers over to Bauer. Bauer now. Back to Kilbottom. Kilbottom top of the key to Sabelko. Back to Bauer now. Bauer right wing. Bauer back over to Kilbottom. Kilbot now to Sand. Sand on the left wing, over to Carruthers at the top of the key. Sabelko, right wing, 3 ball by Leah Sabelko. Timeout, Durand. And so timeout Durand with 5:10 remaining, 36-28. Colfax, thank you to the Goodrich Funeral Home. Your authorized location for monuments from Lifetime Memorials. Call Goodrich Funeral Home of Durand for more information. Countryside Co-op. Find out about the Cenex Total Protection Plan warranty for your farm equipment today at Countryside Co-op. Security Financial Bank. Secure your future with your community bank. Security Financial Bank, West Prospect Street, Durand. And Advent Health of Durand. Time to feel whole with Advent Health of Durand. Visit their website at adventhealth.com for more information. Please thank all of our sponsors. They make our broadcast possible here on WRDN. Reminder, we have the Great American Race coming up next week. Next Sunday, as a matter of fact. Actually, next Saturday, we'll have the Beef It's What's for Dinner 300 from the Daytona International Raceway in the Xfinity Series, and then the Daytona 500 next Sunday as well as we kick off our season of NASCAR coverage on WRDN. 62 races that we'll have between NASCAR Cup Series and the Xfinity Cup Series. So, here comes the bomb. And it's going to be saved, but back to the Panthers. And so Sabelko across the timeline. Over to Bauer, Bauer on the right wing. Panthers got to take advantage of this stop now. Over to Sabelko now. Sabelko inside to Hurlburt, whistling a foul. That's going to mean Panthers are in the bonus the rest of the way. Foul's going to be on number 40. That's Paulus. And so going to the line for the 1-and-1 is Hurlburt. Now she's got to make that first one, the all-important first one. First free throw on the way, short, no good. Rebounded by Olsen. And across the timeline now comes Best. Under 5 minutes remaining in the game. 8-point Colfax lead. Loose ball. Over to Paulus now. Paulus bounce pass inside to Best. Best puts it up, whistling a foul. Foul will be on number 10, Madison Sand. And going to the line now for two is Best. Free throw on the way, good. And next free throw on the way, no good. Rebounded by Kilbotton. Kilbotton back to Sabelko. Sabelko across the timeline. Over to Sand. Sand now on the right wing. Sand inside to Hurlburt. Hurlburt now has to work it back out though to Sabelko. Sabelko on the right wing. Back to Bauer. Bauer at the top of the key tries to drive inside to Sand. Sand to Kilbotton on the left wing. Kilbotton now back to Sabelko at center. Over to inside now to Hurlburt, knocked away. They tried to force it in. Barstad with the loose ball, comes back the other way. Puts up the shot, whistling a foul on Sabelko. And going to the line now to shoot two is Barstad. So across the timeline now come the Panthers after the free throw was good. Over to Olsen. Olsen back to Bauer. Bauer back to Sabelko. Three ball on the way. Shot no good. Rebounded by Bauer. Bauer into the lane. Puts up the shot. Whistling a foul. So going on the line for two now is Bauer. Free throw on the way is good. Next free throw on the way is good. Makes them both. 39-30 still. Colfax leads. 3:35 remaining in the game. Inbounded now to Best. Best now gets it over to Barstead across the timeline after breaking out of the trap. Back over now to Paulus. Paulus on the right wing. Over to Best. Best now comes back out. Nearly stolen, but she'll work it back inside. Knocked out of bounds by Sabelko. 3:10 remaining in the game. 9-point Colfax lead. And inbounding it now is Olsen. Olsen looking. Timeout. Colfax just before the 5. And so with 3:10 remaining, 39-30, Colfax leads here in this ball game. Thank you to Sundstrom & Company, your local tax experts. Give them a call at 672-4425. Schedule your appointment today. Shaw's LP Gas and Appliance for all of your home energy needs at Shaw's Gas and Appliance, downtown Durand. Prime Realty of Durand and Mondovi. Visit their website at primerealitymidwest.com. Prime Realty, they are the area's #1 home seller. Adams Super Service, your Napa Gold Car Care Center in Durand, offering shuttle service and loaner vehicles while they fix your vehicle. Adams Super Service, Durand. N-Tech, your premier communications and entertainment provider, Durand. And Endless Summer Tanning and Fitness. Look and feel your best at Endless Summer Tanning and Fitness of Durand. Find out about tanning and fitness bundle packages now on Facebook. You can see the daily, weekly, and monthly deals from Endless Summer Tanning and Fitness of Durand. Thank you to all of our sponsors. They make our broadcasts possible here on WRDN. And so inbounded now. And inbounded shot put up and good. That's number 30, and Schofield with the shot over to Sabelko. Sabelko now across the timeline. Around the horn we go, over to Sand. Sand now, long cross-court pass to Kilbot, and 3-ball top of the key, way short, and no good. Rebounded now by Schofield. Schofield over to Best. Best across the timeline for the Vikings. 41-30, Colfax leads. Off nearly steals it, and now loose ball, jump ball, so it'll go back to the Panthers. So inbounded now to Sabelko. Sabelko across the timeline. Over to Sand. Sand now. Bounce pass to Kilbotton. Kilbotton at the top of the key to Sabelko. Fakes the 3 from the left wing. Drives inside. Puts up the shot. It just ain't happening for the Panthers. And rebounded by Best. And across the timeline now is Best. Here comes the trap at the half court. And saved by the Vikings. Back over to Best now. Now to Barstead. Barstead, and now they're just going to play. They're going to run the clock. They should. Down to 2 minutes remaining in the game. 11-point lead, and a foul will be on number 44, Bentley Bauer. Hurlburt getting ready to come in, and we've got the 1-and-1 now. Coming up, our Bauer Built Panther post-game show. Free throw on the way is good. And free throw on the way makes them both. And so 13-point lead for Colfax, under 2 minutes remaining. Across the timeline now comes Off. Off on the left wing, now over to Kilbotton. Kilbotton back at center. And Kilbotton waiting, and comes down to the wing, kicks it back over to Sabelko. Sabelko inside, puts up the tough shot, whistle, and a foul. Foul is on number 22, Barstead. I'm not really sure what that was. Okay, so going to the line for 2 is Sabelko. Thank you to Bowers LP Gas and Appliance, providing Frigidaire and Maytag appliances and installation and service downtown Durand. Jerry Thompson Insurance Agency, hometown agents representing you, not individual insurance companies. And Jerry Barron Sons, featuring dog and pet food from Nutrisource and Diamond. Next to Annabis Silo, Highway 25 Durand. Next free throw on the way is short, no good. Loose ball, and coming up with it is the Vikings. Back over to Schofield now. Here comes the trap. And loose ball, but Barstead will come back up with it. Timeout, Colfax, full timeout. With 1:29 remaining, it's a 12-point lead for Colfax. And it gives us a chance to thank our sponsors, including Riverland Energy, your Touchstone Energy Cooperative, the Chetford Smith Funeral Home serving the Mondovi area. Find out about pre-planning funeral services by calling 926-3630 or visit chetford-smithfuneralhome.com. And Bowerbilt Tire and Service. Let Bowerbilt Tire and Service take care of all of your automotive needs under one roof. Give them a call at 672-8300 or find them online at bowerbilt.com. Please thank all of our sponsors. Make our broadcast possible here on WRDN. On the way, we will have our Bowerbilt Panther postgame show. And so now, almost ready to go here after the timeout. And Colfax will have it. Now they have not crossed the timeline, but they had the timeout first, so they'll get a fresh 10. Full court Panther press, 1:29 remaining, 43-31. Colfax leading. Inbounded to Barstead. We'll check that's Best. Best now. Wow, they're letting him. So foul will be on Weiss, and we'll go now to shoot free throws on the 1 and 1. That is going to be Best to the line. All right, so we get a couple changes now. As Weiss and Bauer come out, Hurlbert and it looks like Auth come in for the Panthers. Free throw on the way is good. And next free throw on the way, no good. And loose ball, rebounded by Hurlbert. Quickly back the other way comes Sabelko. Sabelko now over to Kilbottom. Kilbottom now at the top of the key. Back over to Auth. 3-ball shot in and out, no good. And rebounded by Olsen. Over to Best. Best now. Back to Olsen. Olsen across the timeline. Back over to Barstead. Whistling a foul. Foul will be on Kilbottom. 51 seconds remaining. .13-point lead for Colfax. As Best to inbound it now. First free throw is good. And next free throw on the way gets the shooter's roll. Make it a 15-point lead. And inbounded to Sabelko now. As looks as if Colfax will win today and will be the sole conference champion. 3-ball by Sabelko. Oh, Leah finally gets one of those threes to fall. And timeout for Durand. Still down by 12 with 38 seconds remaining. Again, our Bowerbilt Panther postgame show here coming up. And hope to talk with Coach Lowenhagen. We'll also see if we can't get an update on the Durand Glenwood City score. The last one I had was 28-12. But we'll see if we can't get an update on that score. Plus, we'll run down what's happening next week with the Durand, Arkansas School District. Also give you an update of what's going to happen for the regional game. Of how we're going to be doing that coverage, because it's going to be a little bit different than what we've done in the past. So here we go now to inbound it. And inbounded to Olsen. Loose ball. Kilbottom comes up with it, puts it up. Shot no good. Whistling a foul. Okay. And so going to the line for 2. Foul is going to be on number 22. That'll be on Barstead. So now going to the line for 2 is Kilbottom. Free throw on the way is good. And next free throw on the way is good. Makes them both. 10-point Colfax lead now. Inbounded now to Irwin. Whistling a foul. Foul will be on Sabelko. And that will be her 4th. And Irwin, first free throw on the way, no good. As both teams in the double bonus. Bauer coming out, Hurlbert coming in, Weiss coming out, and Auth coming in for the Panthers. And Irwin now with her second free throw on the way. Off the back of the rim, no good. Rebounded by Sand. Sand over to Sabelko. Sabelko to Kilbottom. Kilbottom now back over to Sabelko. Sabelko over to Kilbottom. Kilbottom 3-ball shot offline, no good. And loose ball, tip. And rebounding it is Auth. Auth now to Sabelko. 9 seconds remaining. Sabelko drives in, whistling a foul. Offensive foul. And so it will go back at 2. It'll go back to Colfax. That'll pretty much wrap it up. And so Briding will come in. And so now Colfax to inbound it. And Colfax waiting. And they get it inbounded to Parker. Parker back to Barstead, 4 seconds remaining, knocked out of bounds. It'll stay Panther ball. And coach is just telling him to back off to run out the last 2 seconds, and Colfax will win this game tonight this afternoon by a score of 46-36. Coming up, we've got our Bauer-Built Panther postgame show. That's on the way. You're listening to Durand Panther Girls Basketball on WRDN. I'm Brian Winnikins from WRDN Radio. Recently, I learned about daily money managers. What's a daily money manager? This is someone that can help you out with your daily finances, and it's not just limited to families with high net worths or just a lot of money. Older adults can benefit from the services of a daily money manager with the task of handling bills, deposits, and payments. People who are always on the road, or even those who just prefer to have someone else handle those daily finances. Rhonda at Numbers R Us would be a great daily money manager. She's certified with the American Association of Daily Money Managers. She'll provide accountability, help you avoid fees, help you avoid family conflicts, and most importantly, help you avoid fraud. Learn how Rhonda can benefit your family's finances as a daily money manager. Give Rhonda a call at Numbers R Us, 715-672-8093, 715-672-8093, or visit Rhonda online at numbersrs.com.
Thank you for listening to tonight's Durand Panther Sports broadcast on WRDN. Time now for the Bauer-Built Panther post-game show, brought to you by Bauer-Built Tire and Service, with locations in Durand and Mall Drive, Eau Claire.
Still using bias tires? Here's your chance to upgrade to Radial. This spring, Firestone Ag is making it easy with Farm Hard Rewards. Just head to your local certified Firestone Ag tire dealer between now and April 30th. Get discounts as big as $200 per tire when you buy 2 or more eligible Firestone Radial tires. This deal doesn't last long, so visit Bauer-Built Tire and Service to take advantage of Farm Hard Rewards soon. Terms, conditions, and limitations apply. For full details, visit FirestoneAg.com or contact Bauer-Built on Mall Drive in Eau Claire and in Durand to learn more.
Durand High School, where tonight, or this afternoon rather, the Panthers fall to Colfax by a score of 46-36. Let's run down scoring for this afternoon's game for the Vikings. Paulus ends up having 16 on the afternoon. Meanwhile, Barstead had 9. Jasmine Best had 9. Also, Schofield 6. Bowie and Olson had 2. Parker had 1 with the win. Colfax finishes their regular season 13-1 in the Dunn St. Croix and Seoul Dunn St. Croix Conference champions. For the Durand Panthers, Leah Sabelko had 11 on the afternoon. McKenna Hurlbert and Madison Kilbotton both had 7. Edison Weiss had 4. Madison Sand, Paige Oth, and Bentley Bauer all had 2. And Olivia Brydung had 1. The Panthers finished their season at 11-3 in the Dunn St. Croix and second place in the Dunn St. Croix Conference. Well, really for the Panthers, it was just couldn't get some of those shots to fall. It was simple as that. There's a lot of bunnies, a lot of layups that just couldn't get them to fall. And of course, with the threes, they really didn't have a whole bunch of threes to make that to have them drop to kind of keep in the game. And Colfax just pulled away in that beginning of that second half, that 8-0 run. Panthers just could not overcome that. Some scores that we do have, at least we have from Chippewa, or Menominee was leading Chippewa Falls 33-31 in boys basketball. That game was at halftime. The Panther boys, they are up in Glenwood City, and the last score that we had was 28-12. That was in the first half. We have not received an update on that game. Let's see if we're going to refresh it one more time here to see if we can't find an update. And nope. And so again, the Panther boys were leading again 28-12 from our JV game. It was Colfax over Durand 52-31 earlier tonight. And so coming up, we're going to run down what's happening with the Durand Arkansas School District and some of the games and what's going to happen next week with that regional basketball game as well. We'll do that here coming up. It's the Bauer-Built Panther post-game show brought to you by Bauer-Built Tire and Service, Durand and Mall Drive, Eau Claire. It's Durand Panther girls basketball on WRDN.
Still using bias tires? Here's your chance to upgrade to Radial. This spring, Firestone Ag is making it easy with Farm Hard Rewards. Just head to your local certified Firestone Ag tire dealer between now and April 30th. Get discounts as big as $200 per tire when you buy 2 or more eligible Firestone Radial tires. This deal doesn't last long, so visit Bauer-Built Tire and Service to take advantage of Farm Hard Rewards soon. Terms, conditions, and limitations apply. For full details, visit FirestoneAg.com or contact Bauer-Built on Mall Drive in Eau Claire and in Durand to learn more.
Welcome back to Durand High School as we have Durand head coach Darren Lowenhagen joining us right now. Coach, tough game, pretty physical game. One thing I noticed, the shots just weren't falling.
Yeah, and that's actually what I just got done telling the girls tonight in the locker room is I think it was a bad night to shoot bad. I thought we got really good. If I could have recreated our first 5 possessions. I think I loved every shot we took, and they were actually the shots we were hoping to get versus what they were doing and with the people we wanted, and they just didn't go in. So, I told them, some nights you have a bad shooting night. Unfortunately, you don't want it to be this game, but it was. And we all know that nobody's going out there shooting trying to miss them, so we'll just keep going forward, keep working hard, and we got a playoff game Tuesday, so we don't have any time to sit around and sulk about it.
And that's the thing. You were getting the ball inside. You were rotating it inside. It wasn't like there were desperation shots. And it just – I was like, okay, who put something over the hoop here? What's going on?
Yeah, like you said, it's a bad night to shoot, probably one of the worst times we've shot. And that kind of seems to be the thing for us in the games that we've struggled. It's the games where we've struggled to get points on the board, and that was definitely the case tonight.
Now, on the other end, defensively – we were worried about threes.
Yeah.
They didn't take hardly any threes.
Well, I thought we did a fantastic job of staying out on the perimeter and not allowing them to get those threes. Our goal was we wanted to hold them to 3 or less three-pointers tonight, and I know we were right there. I haven't looked at the final totals yet, but it couldn't have been more than that if it was. It wasn't much more. So I thought we executed really well there. If I were to point to some things, I thought we turned it over a little bit too much, and then we just shot bad, and it's unfortunate to have it to really be something so simple. But that seems to be the case tonight.
So we wrap up the regular season. Now you got to get ready for Gale Electric Trempealeau, and then, again, that game's on Tuesday. So you got to kind of, like you said, you got to just now move on from this.
Well, and I just got done telling them there's adversity all the time in life and in our season, especially this season. So the one thing that I will say is every time we have lost a game this year, we have played really, really well the next game. So I told them that. I think we need to come out and play well. GET is a much better team than the seeding gives them credit for. They kind of sat with only playing 6 games this year, so in the seeding process it was really hard to give them any higher than the bottom seed. But they're a much better team than that, so we're going to have to come ready to play on our home floor. So we'll get right back at it.
Well, we'll let you go. Thanks again for joining us. We'll talk to you on Tuesday before that regional.
All right, thank you.
That is Durand head coach Darren Lowenhagen. Again, tonight Colfax wins it. Now, let's speaking of that regional game, here's what's going to be happening with that. Because of WIAA rules, I can't run the live video stream, so I won't be doing that on Tuesday. Just want everyone to know. So there will not be a YouTube feed or even through our website. We're not going to be able to do that on Tuesday because of the WIAA rules. We'll have that game on air and through our streaming audio service. Now, before that, we will have more basketball for you Monday night as the boys. They are they're hosting Elmwood Plum City, so we'll have that game on the 8th. Then, depending on what happens on that Tuesday game, will affect our schedule. If the Panthers win, well, then we're going to keep following the girls on the Tuesday night game. But on the 11th, the boys are at Colfax, and then on the 13th, the boys are at Elmwood Plum City taking on Plum City. So our schedule is going to kind of fluctuate a little bit here between being able to have the game on air and on the live video stream and just on air and audio only. So you'll have to kind of watch our Facebook page, listen to us on air and online, and we'll keep you up to date on that as well. Again, though, our final score tonight, hope you enjoyed the broadcast as the Panthers fall tonight, or this afternoon rather, as congratulations to the Colfax Vikings. They are the Dunn St. Croix girls basketball champion this year as Colfax defeats Durand 46-36. You've been listening to Durand Panther girls high school basketball here on Real Country 1430 AM and 107.3 FM WRDN. I'm Brian Winnikins. Have yourself a great afternoon.